Good morning everybody, it's Lisa here today to share the December 2021 new release with you. So this month we've got some gorgeous new embellishments to share with you. There's some new Slimline products, another fabulous word die which will be great for masculine cards. We've got stencils and stamps and a really fun new shaker product. So let's get started. I'm going to do what I normally do, share my cards with you as I go through the products, and I'll also be introducing some from the team. So we're going to start off with this stamp here. This is another one in the Iconic Beauty range, and this one is called Teresa. Quite a vintagey looking stamp set. I absolutely love this range. I think it's so unique. And this stamp here immediately reminded me of Audrey Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's, and I knew that I would definitely have this on a card this month. So you've got the main stamp here, her head, and obviously the top of her body there showing her back. You've got two roses there which you could use to accentuate her hair or just use on their own on a card. And the sentiments, as they have been in all of the sets, are absolutely wonderful. You've got heart of gold kind of girl there. Give from the heart, it grows back. Each flower has its own magic. They're all gorgeous and I absolutely love this set. So this is the card that I made. I think with these stamps they look absolutely beautiful coloured, and they also look fantastic, I think, with blended backgrounds as a silhouette. And that is what I decided to do for my card today. So she was stamped, I did my background first actually. I created it, and I'm going to tilt it into the light there. I used some pearlescent paints, some hydrocolor paints, which are absolutely beautiful. So I sort of created a pastel background, and then I stamped Teresa over the top and the sentiment as well. So she was mounted onto a black top folding note card, but as you can see there, it's really pretty with the pearlescent, and I think this is such a glamorous image that I wanted to do something a little bit glamorous, I think, for the background, and the pearlescent shine is absolutely gorgeous. So that is my first card using Iconic Beauty Teresa. Next up, we've got this stamp set here. This is one of the largest sets, and this is called Free Expression. This stamp is so unbelievably detailed, and when you look at it closely, you've got the picture of the eye, but when you look at it closely, you've got these gorgeous flowers, and there's little sprigs of leaves, and there is so much detail in this stamp. It is really stunning when you look at it close up. And I've got 2 or 3 examples that I'm going to show you from the team that absolutely bring this stamp to life. So I'm going to show those to you next, because I really think you need to see. This is one of these stamps that you really need to see how it's used, and I think it's absolutely amazing, really very impactful on an A2 card. So let's take a look at some of the cards from the team. Okay, so this is the first of 3 samples I've got to share with you, and this is from Amanda. I think you can really see how this stamp comes to life when you add the colour to it and all the amazing detail that's included. I just love the mix of colours, the pinks, the greens, and that beautiful sunshine yellow. The next card is from Daniel. Isn't that just so pretty with all those amazing colours in it? I think it's absolutely lovely. All of the examples are actually. And Daniel has also, yes, used one of the sentiments from Iconic Beauty Teresa. Each flower has its own magic, which pairs really well with this stamp set. And the final one here is from Erica. Erica has used hers with a portrait aspect rather than horizontal, and she's used a fantastic mix of blues, greens and that gorgeous yellow again. So pretty, and I think you can see how impactful this stamp really is from all of these three examples. Next up, we've got this die here. This is the HB2U word die. I love this die. It's obviously designed to fit perfectly on an A2 card. I think this is a fantastic die for young males in particular. I never really like to shoehorn a product because you can always be creative and do other things. There's no reason you couldn't use this for a girlfriend. But I think it would work really well for both, and I did create a card with it. So this is the card that I went with in the end. I did decide to create a masculine themed card, so I picked my background colours in accordance with that. I just went with some blue and green and pool alcohol inks. The sentiment was, or the word die was stacked 3 white onto 1 black and offset a little bit just for more impact. It shows up better against the background. And this sentiment here is from Do Good Recklessly. That is one of my go-to stamp sets for male cards in particular. But as I said before, you shouldn't let that or my choice of gender deter you from using this for girls as well. I think it works perfectly well for both. So that is my second card. Next up, we've got the first of the stencils for this month. This is the only 6x6 stencil that we have, and this is actually a redesign of an earlier stencil. This is called Lots of Blossoms, and it is a smaller version of one that Picket Fence Studios had out, I think, a few years ago now. So really beautiful stencil. I love this, and it comes in a slimline as well. And I'm just going to show you the embellishments that I used on my card. Now obviously I've got some labels on the back here, and I'm going to show you these pots of they're called Crystalline diamonds. I'm actually going to show you all of the colours with open pots in a little bit, but I just wanted to show you here, you've got some amazing colours of these beautiful diamonds to accentuate your cards, and I use these 4 on the card that I made with this stencil. So you are going to see these in a little bit more detail in a moment, but here is the card. I did some simple ink blending through my through the stencil, and I used a rainbow palette, so I went top to bottom diagonally, and then on each of the flower centres I added one of the diamonds. So I'm going to tilt that into the light there and hope that you can see the diamonds on there. They do sparkle a little bit, and there is one side of the diamond that's slightly flatter than the pointed side, so they're pretty easy to adhere to a panel. That sentiment there is from Iconic Beauty Teresa, and I'm now going to show you a closer look at all those fabulous diamonds. They are really so pretty. I think they're going to be very popular, and rightly so. We're going to take a closer look now at the diamonds. This first pot here is called Aquamarine. You've got 8 different colours of these, and all of them are beautiful. The next pot is called Azurite. They come in 1 ounce pots. This one is called Citrine, a beautiful yellow. You've got the diamond colour, which is a clear diamond. This one is Opal. You've got this beautiful green called Peridot. The next one is called Ruby. Aren't they just so pretty? And the final one is called Tanzanite. And I wanted to show you a card using the diamonds. This one here is from Elena. She's used the HB2U word die. and she has created a background using the different diamond colours, and I think they just look so pretty behind those gaps in the word die, and I think it shows you really well as well how gorgeous all the colours look together. So we're going to move on to the new Slimline products now. First up is the stencil here. This is the Lots of Blossoms Slimline one that I mentioned a moment ago. You've just seen the 6x6 version already. So I have made a card with this. It's the same beautiful design but in a slimline version. I got my paper glaze out for it, and I did a mini slimline with mine, and I've also used one of the new word toppers that has been created for slimline cards. Okay, so these are the two new slimline word topper dies. You've got one here called Thanks, that's the one that I use on my card, and then you've also got one called Happy Birthday. So again, you could use these on any size card, but specifically you can now use them on a slimline card. So that is the two new word topper dies. And to go along with those two new slimline word toppers is this sentiment set here, more word topper subtitles. This is a follow-up to a set that came out, I guess 6 to 8 months ago now, the first lot of word topper subtitles. So you've got loads more to choose from here. You also love that it borders on stalking, bring laughter into my world. You've got, I have a feeling your check engine light might come on soon. Best wishes to you and yours on such a magical day. At being a friend while keeping a straight face. So lots of fun sentiments in there. And of course they go perfectly on the slimline word topper. So that's those there. I'm now going to show you the card that I created. So here is the card. You can see there that I've used some paper glaze, and I actually used the paper glaze enhancer with both my, I think it was pink carnation, and I used the Pot A from Grass Green's ombre for my card. So I went with a pastel pink and green, and the reason that I did that is because I have some new embellishments to show you, and that one of the mixes was pink and green, so I wanted to make sure that I could use those on my card. So I went with a very pale green and a very pale pink stenciled background. I then used the Thanks word slimline word topper die. The word topper subtitles is used on that strip there, and that little frog is from Drop By to Say Croak, which came out 5 or 6 months ago, I think. So a mini slimline. Now again, I have used the Lots of Blossoms stencil. I used the slimline version on this, and in the centers of the flowers you can see there, it's not easy to see the colour, but you can see that I've added a little pearl into the centre of each flower, and I've actually used different size pearls depending on the size of the flower, because you've got a larger and a smaller flower in that stencil. So the pearl mixes that I'm talking about are they're called gradient flat back pearls, and there are 10 new mixes. I'm going to show you an open compact of each of them in a moment, but they are 3 different sizes. So this is what they will look like. As I said, there's 10 different combinations. All of them are absolutely gorgeous. This is the green and pink, so it's actually called lime green and pale pink gradient flat back pearl mix. So let's take a look at those in more detail now. As I said earlier, there are 10 different mixes to choose from. This first one here is aqua blue and rose gold. So pretty. This next one here is called Aquamarine and Pale Pink. Again, absolutely beautiful. You can zoom in on these on the website, of course, if you want to take a closer look at the colours. Next up is Bright Blue and Soft Violet. I think this might be my favourite of all the mixes. I just love those gorgeous vivid colours. This next mix here is called Bright Pink and Coral, really beautiful, and don't forget that these gradient pearls do come in different sizes as well within that compact. This next mix is called Grass Green and Soft Copper. I just think that's so pretty in real life. All of them are, of course. The next one here is called Lime Green and Pale Pink, and this is the mix that I used on my card that I showed earlier. Next up, we've got Navy Blue and Charcoal Grey. Oh, they are just so pretty. I think this might be my second favourite mix. The next mix is Pale Blue and Soft Copper. Every time I see a new colour, I think, oh, that one's my new favourite. It's so hard to pick. They are all gorgeous. This one here is called Tangerine and Sunshine Yellow. And finally, we have True Pink and Mild Chocolate Brown, and I think you'll agree with me here. They are all absolutely gorgeous mixes. I thought I'd also share some cards from the team using some of the Slimline products that I've just showed you a little while back. This here is from Rochelle. She's used the Slimline Thanks Word Topper Die, the More Word Topper Die Subtitles set, and she has also used 3 of those beautiful pearl mixes. Next up is this card from Karen. She's actually used one of the Slimline Word Topper dies and cut it down to fit her A2 cards. So as I mentioned before when I was showing them to you, you don't have to restrict yourself to Slimline, but of course they do fit that Slimline size perfectly. They look equally good on an A2 card. This next card is from Sandy, a beautiful classic Slimline card. She has used the Happy Birthday Slimline Word Topper die, and she's also used one of the sentiments from the new More Word Topper die Subtitles set. I love the colours on this card. I think it is such an elegant Slimline birthday card. This next card here is from Sarah. Sarah has created a Slimline birthday card. She used the new Happy Birthday Word Topper die, and she has paired it with Pisces Girl. And I'm going to be showing you Pisces Girl a little bit later on. Next we have Julia with a birthday Slimline card. She's also used that Word Topper die, but Julia paired hers with the 2 flowers that you have with the iconic beauty Teresa image, and she has also used the sentiments from that set, and she stamped those randomly across her panel. She has also used some of the new flat back pearls. I've got lots of samples here to share with you. This one is Karen's card. She has used one of the Blossoms stencils and the HB2U word die, and Karen has used several of the mixes, the flat back pearl mixes, and she has added those into the openings from the word die. Last but not at all least is this gorgeous card here from Lydia. Lydia has taken 2 of the flat back pearl mixes and created a Christmas tree from them. So pretty and so clever, and she's paired it with that gorgeous musical background for her Christmas card. Okay, so this is a really exciting new addition to the Slimline range. This die here, I've got mine in a Slimline pouch here, so I'm going to pull it out and show it to you a little bit more closely, but I just wanted to show you these pouches. They are absolutely wonderful. They come in packs of 5 or 10. They're really, really robust. So you can use them for all your Slimline stamp sets, dies and stencils. I've actually got 2 here. I've got the 10 pack here, and there is also a 5 pack as I mentioned, and you can buy these as open stock as well at the moment. So I just wanted to kind of let you know that those are out there, and I don't have mine in its kind of packaging that you will get if you decide to purchase this. Mine just came in this pouch from Nicole, but I'm just going to pull it out now and show it to you on some white cards so it's a little bit easier to see. Okay, so here is the die set. This is called the Slimline Full Front Shaker die set, and it comes with these words as well. You've got hugs enclosed, get well. You've got this plate here which will cut all sorts of lovely things that you can include in your shaker. So you've got some stars, some sun rays, some little flowers and things, some hearts. So that's a really good addition to the set. For those of you that love to make shakers, you will know that over the past year or so, the edge-to-edge shakers, I think they're sometimes known as infinity shakers, or certainly full front shakers, and which is what this die is called, of course. Now this is a Slimline die set, but I wanted to have something to show you. I don't have a Slimline card that I've made as an edge-to-edge shaker, but I do have an A2 one. So you can see what I'm talking about if you aren't familiar with them. So this die here will create a Slimline acetate version. This is, as I said before, just A2. And you wrap the acetate around your card. And so basically this is what this die does. It cuts the acetate out for you. Then it will allow you to bend these sections around the back of your panel and seal that from behind. And Nicole has also created or included a frame die here, so just a simple rectangle here where you can cut this just from plain cardstock, and that will fit exactly over the flaps. So as you turn the flaps over behind your main panel, you can then use an extra rectangle panel to kind of double seal them in. If you worry about your shaker bits escaping from behind the acetate, then you can add this extra panel on just to make sure that they're not going anywhere. So that is essentially what this die does. They are really amazing, the edge-to-edge shakers. They're a perfect way to use all those gorgeous sequin mixes that you already have. And as I say, this is an A2 version that I created a few months ago, was up on the Picket Studios blog. But as you can see, you don't have any foam tape in these shakers. You literally just cut your acetate and seal it behind, and that's how you seal all the sequins in, and that is what this die is going to do for you, but in a Slimline version. So that is the new die. Okay, so this is the last of the items that I'm going to show you for Slimline cards. This is called the Hello insert, and it can be used in conjunction with all the other dies in the Slimline die cutting system. You've got the circular window with hello there. You've got 2 little people jumping for joy, a cloud and a sun as well. So that's the newest insert for that system. And here we have a card from Michelle. Michelle has created a mini Slimline card using that Hello insert die, and that sits over a gorgeous background that she has created with the Lots of Blossoms stencil and several of those crystalline diamonds. So pretty. Right, so we're moving on to the final items of the release now. I've got a few more to share with you. This is Pisces Girl. She is the latest in the Horoscope Girl range, and Pisces is my sign, so I do have a card to share with you. It's very similar in terms of what you get. You get the main image there. She's so fun with her fish earrings, and you've got lots of little fish peeping out from within her hair. I love colouring these. They're really good fun to colour, and because they always have quite big hair, so it's great fun. I never go wild with my colours. Lots of the team do, but maybe next time I'll do something different with the hair. So you get the Pisces there, the description of the sign there and the sign itself, and of course it does come with a coordinating die, and there is the Pisces word die included in that. So this is the card that I made. I have coloured Pisces girl and mounted her up onto a background that I did using the emboss resist technique. And this set here that was released, gosh, probably 18 months ago now, I used this wave stamp here. This is called the A2 Tall Grass and Waves with Tile and Wood Floors set. Really, really useful set. I just used the wave portion on my card today. So that is how it came out. This sentiment here is from, I think it's from Mer People of the Sea. So that is Pisces girl. I think she's absolutely lovely. Last but not least is this sentiment set here. This is called Here Come Birthday Wishes. So you've got hugs and kisses. Here come oh so many birthday wishes. It makes a fantastic focal point on a card. I've got some examples to share with you from the team. But if you wanted, you could just use the big birthday wishes by masking out the top two lines. You could just use hugs and kisses by masking out the bottom three, and I love that you've got different fonts for each part of the sentiment. So a great sentiment set that I hope to use soon. And whilst I'm here, I just thought I would let you know, for those of you that purchased Fancy Autumn Sentiments, it now has a coordinating die set if you wanted to pick that up as well. That's already on the website. And also this set here, at the time that it was released, there wasn't coordinating dies, and there are now. So this is the Joyeux Noel set that came out about 3 months ago now. So that brings me to the end of this month's release. I've got 2 cards to share with you using this fabulous sentiment set. This first one from Julia combines it with the Peonies stencil from a couple of months ago. She's created this gorgeous birthday card in a mini slimline format. And finally, this card here is from Rachel. Rachel has made a birthday shaker using the Lots of Blossoms stencil, BFF Livy, and she has also used that birthday wishes sentiment set. And as I said earlier, I think it creates a great focal point on an A2 card, and you can certainly see that in the last 2 examples. I hope that you have enjoyed seeing all the new sets from this release and mine and the team's cards. There's plenty more on the website to inspire you, so don't forget to check out all the cards over there, and obviously you can see all the sets in more detail. I will be back in January with the January release for you. In the meantime, for those of you that celebrate, I wish you a very Merry Christmas. And for all of you, I wish you a Happy New Year. Thank you for being here with us today, and I will be back in January. Bye for now.